guys, it's your girl Kesi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing something super different, super new, and I'm going to call it Kesi Quick Response. So basically I'm going to be reading y'all's comments, and if it's worth an instant response, I'm going to respond. So I was just looking at my comments under my last vlog. If you haven't seen it, you should go watch it. And it was Awkward Life 94 who commented and said, "Hey Kesi, I'm in first semester of nursing school and I'm taking fundamentals, and we were given 6 chapters to get through by the end of the week, and it's a lot. Could you explain how you get through your reading? I feel overwhelmed with all this material. I do skim, but even the skimming / taking notes is taking me like an hour to get through 6 pages. Oh my goodness, I totally understand where you're coming from. That is exactly how I was. Like I got the schedule and I decided that I'm gonna try to stay ahead with everything. All the readings they assigned, I was trying to read everything. I was constantly reading, constantly taking notes, constantly trying to make note cards, and it just did not work for me. Like I realized that I really wasn't learning anything. I was just sitting there reading, trying to get the reading done because they said we needed to read, you know? I feel like with fundamentals, it's more of trying to understand and apply. So that's basically how our test was set up. There was never a moment where there was a word and a definition that you had to line up. That's not how nursing works. If nursing was like that, it would be super easy. But no, it's more of understanding and applying. So it's more case studies and more trying to get you to a point where you have to critical think and make sudden decisions, like what should you do now, you understand? So this is, I almost ripped it, but this is our fundamentals book. If you have these books right here, you would probably follow more along with what I'm talking about. If you don't, then try to follow along. But these books have an online resource called Elsevier. Trying to get it to focus. Go to the resource that you have, the online resource, and this is what you should do. You should go look up the key points from each chapter that you have to read. Look up case studies with the answers and the rationales, and look up the answers to the questions in the back of the chapter at the end of the chapter. So I'm going to show y'all in my binder from last semester. I have everything that I printed off. So if you can see this, okay. So up here it says keynotes. I just went online, and from chapter 9, obviously it had keynotes. These are also in the book, but so I didn't have to type it out. I just printed it offline. These are all the keynotes from chapter 9, and it's just the keynotes. And then underneath that I have case studies with answers. So basically, here's the case study, here's a question, here's some answers that I could choose from, here's the answer, and here's a rationale. The rationale is the most important thing, I believe, because not only are you learning the right answer, you're learning why the other ones are not the right answer. Though most questions do have several right answers in it, you're trying to find the most right answer in that situation. So the rationales are key to learning fundamentals. They are key to understanding why you're doing something and why this answer is not correct. You understand? So after you, I don't really have to hold the binder up, I can just open it. After you get the keynotes and the case studies, I suggest you go in there and find the answers to the end of the chapter questions. And when I say end of the chapter questions, I'll show y'all in a second. So you'll go to chapter 9, and you know how they have these questions in the book, like all these questions with the answers. I would go through all of this, see what I actually knew, and then go compare my answers to the sheet with the actual correct answers on it. And if I got something wrong or right, I would go ahead and read the rationale, which is underneath it. And that is all I did. Like the last, okay, I think we had 5 tests in fundamentals. The first test I got an 81 on, and that was just me just studying the way I felt like I needed to, almost everything, and I didn't do so. Like that's not good to me. I like 90s and above. But I'm gonna turn this air off. Hold on. But that was like super bare minimum of me just reading the PowerPoints and trying to read everything, and I got an 81. So if you're the type of person who likes 90s and are using this book, for sure I suggest that y'all go to the online resources, get all those things I told y'all to get: the key points, the case studies and answers, the key questions and the rationales. And there's also something else that I got off of there that I eventually start doing. I start getting the answers to the quick checks. Don't they have quick checks in here, or is that though? I don't think they have quick checks. Yeah, there's not quick checks in this book. But if you have quick checks, which are basically little small, like it's maybe up to 3 questions, work those questions, try to find them in the book and study that stuff. Like the stuff that you're being asked about, I suggest you study the most, because that's where your teachers get their questions and answers from you. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, anything else that I can say before I go? I suggest that you print everything off like I did, put it all together and put it in a binder. I suggest that if you have a concept or idea or technique or anything that you don't understand, that's what you read about. I feel like all the reading assignments is just telling you where everything is in the book. I don't think, now I understand that they don't really want you to read all this. They want you to use your book as a resource, and you answer all the questions and stuff to see where you are, to see if you understand it, and then you go back to your book as a resource to see, oh, this is why this is the answer. Oh, this is why I need to understand this differently. You get what I'm saying? So y'all don't stress yourselves out with this reading, because I did it for like 3 weeks and it got me an 81. I don't like 81. That's a C. If you do feel like you need to read in moderation. Read a chapter a day. Even though it's 40 pages, if you want to read it. It's possible. But don't spend so much time preparing to study, like making note cards. It takes you 6 hours to make note cards for 4 pages. You know what I'm saying? Just go into it and learn something. Learn something. Don't waste time trying to start to study. Don't waste time trying to understand why I have so many pages to read. Start. Learn something. It doesn't matter where you start. As long as you're learning something, I feel like you're good. And again, I'm going to show y'all my fundamentals book. So yeah, that is how I study fundamentals. I really hope this video helped. Awkward Life 94, is that your name? Yeah, Awkward Life 94. I really hope this helps you and anyone else who has questions about fundamentals, because I know exactly what you're going through. I know exactly what you're talking about, because I went in every test not knowing what to expect from the test, because it's so much information. It's so much information. But I do say don't not study. Don't feel like you don't have to study, because you have to. You have to at least read, because I'm the type of person who studies by reading and doing. So like me just sitting there making note cards and repeating, it's really not helping me learn it. It's just making me remember what it says. I want to know why. I want to know how, you know. So if you're that type of learner, do that. Do all you can to understand. Fundamentals is all about understanding and applying it to the situation. So that is all I have for you guys today. I really hope this video helped. Good luck on your first semester, Awkward Life 94. I am rooting for you. Please let me know if you have any more questions. I am here for you. I am your big sister, your little sister, however old y'all are. I am here for y'all, and I love y'all so much. Thanks for reaching out to me, Awkward Life 94. You're gonna do great. I know you are. Just follow everything I said and find your own techniques when it comes to studying, and you'll get in the groove of it in no time, I promise. So I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all in the next Kesi quick response. Bye. Mwah.